I need to listen to the
podcast.
podcast.
Okay. As highly requested, hi, my name is Hannah, and this is my first episode of the podcast called Say It Anyway. Yes, I've finally started a podcast, and I thought with going into 2026, Happy New Year, by the way, it would be a great time to start the podcast. Now, the reason why it's called Say It Anyway, because I think my biggest enemy is quietly thinking. So I thought, why not start a podcast where I can freely talk about anything and anything? Did I just say the same thing? Anything and everything. You can tell that this is my first time ever doing a podcast, but I wanted to go over lessons I've learned this year, because I'm going to be completely honest with everyone. It's been a crazy year for me. Ups, downs, but you know what, overall, it's probably been one of the funnest years of my life. And so that's why I'm so grateful to have a platform to speak on, even if I just have one viewer listening. Thanks, by the way. I'm glad to be able to talk and chat with y'all. So if you're tuning in or just browsing, or someone has shared it, clipping me, saying something really stupid, either, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Anyway, speaking of last season, one of my big canon events, because I think everyone had gone through a canon event in 2025, and if you didn't, you're lying, because you're lying. But one of the biggest canon events I went through was transitioning into junior school to senior school. Now, that was a sink or swim situation, I'm not even gonna lie. Because the thing is, as much as everyone goes through it, right, you're never really prepared. I mean, I went from being in year 10, and the biggest problem I had was choosing who I was going to sit with that day, let alone having loads of assignments and homework and expectations. But that's not even it. I had to work out juggling my social life to work life to school life, and it was so overwhelming. And because I say everything on this podcast, I remember when I got into senior schools, like, you know, my first term, I got broken up with the day after Valentine's Day. That's a whole nother story. But I was going through that, and thankfully that happened though. Thankfully that happened. Because, you know what, I had so much character development, and I think that year, 2025, was the year of character development, and so on and so forth. Because, you know what, I think we always focus on the negative, but I think in order to have a positive life, you have to have a positive mind. So if you turn the negative, oh yeah, this happened, but so many things sprung from the negativity into the positivity. You know what I'm saying? You can only see the light once you've hit rock bottom. And if I didn't go through all the struggles I had in senior year, I wouldn't be so organized till this day. I wouldn't be so outgoing. I wouldn't be so authentically myself, because I'm not even gonna lie, the people I met this year, the closer I got with friends, I became more of myself. And I think that's what every year is about figuring out yourself, figuring out who you are, what you like, and what you want to do. And definitely this year, I had that. But that being said, I had a lot of friendship breakups, and I'm not even going to lie, we're so prepped on, you know, heartbreak, romantic heartbreak, but I'm not even going to lie, I think friendship heartbreaks are probably the worst of the worst. It's so sad, because it's just like, I pictured you being with me my whole life. It doesn't have to be intimate. The platonic intimacy, I think, is stronger than any intimacy you can have with a romantic partner, dare I say. But one of my lessons that I would like to give to you guys, if you have to stunt your shining for anyone, leave. Some people aren't your tribe, and we have to understand that, because you know what, as much as you can want to be someone's friend, but if they're not reciprocating that energy, honey, you need to leave, because it's not worth the time or energy. It's really not. And even then, you notice things become better once you're not stuck. You notice, wait, no, I have this independence. And I think that's another thing I gained this year, was so much independence, okay? Which was great. which was great. And honestly, I am forever grateful for those friendships that I lost, because you know what, as much as the point I was saying before, I can focus on the negative, on, oh yeah, he did that, frick him for that. I'm going to focus on the positive. I learned so much about people. I learned so much about other things in life. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's really not that deep. It's not that deep. I remember when it happened, I thought it was the end of the world. I was so sad. But now, 5 months have gone past, I'm like, holy crap, bro. I actually saw that person at the shops the other day, and I was like, wow. So, truth be told, as much as it feels in the moment like the world's ending, like everything's caving in, like it's not going to get better, it truly does. And if I can do it, so can you. So going into senior year, I'm carrying the lessons, not the resentment, because we all know one thing about high school: nothing stays the same. And I think instead of being scared of that change, we should enjoy it. So, moving on to the next topic I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about New Year's resolutions. Everyone has them, but do we really follow them? Do we follow them for a week? I'm not too sure. But this segment, I want to show you guys something I attempted to follow in January 2025. So last year. Give me one moment, thank you. Cool, so my dog's barking. But I have here this... Bella! I have here this jar that I started at the start of the year last year. And basically it was all these happy Bruh, beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. Bella! I'm filming the podcast. Why are they all barking, bro? Who is here? Alright. I got her to be quiet. I got Bella here. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. I have a jar here that I started in January 2025 where I list things that made me happy in a jar, and I read it at the end of the year. Now, do I remember what I said in this jar? No idea. Is it appropriate for this podcast? Probably not. Am I going to read it anyway? Yes. And I recommend everyone should start doing it. And one of the things I'm going to write in this new jar is starting the podcast. Anyway, let's go strong. Oh, I just ripped it. Oh, very cute. My sister cleaned my room for my birthday. Thank you, Hope, if you're watching this. She's probably not. One more for the audience. One more. Let's just hope it's appropriate. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, I don't think this is appropriate for the pod. Not yet. Not the first episode. Oh, this is one. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I can read this one either. Oh my god, okay. This was not scripted, I just want to let you guys know. Okay. Stuck up for myself at a party, and he apologized to me first day back at school. From this point on, I will not take shit from no one. I love that. Does it have a date? Usually I write dates on this, but I remember what time this was. I mean, what date this was. I remember it all too well. Now, I recommend everyone get a jar, write some notes in it, and we can all share them at the end of 2026. But back to New Year's resolutions. One of my resolutions this year is getting my license. Girl needs to drive. Girl is almost 18. How crazy is that? I'm going to be 18 in less than a week. My birthday's January the 9th, if anyone wants to send me presents. But I'm going to be 18 in less than a week now. And that's crazy. But girl does not have a car. Girl does not have her license. I'm like the girl from Clueless, a virgin who still can't drive. I'm sick of this. Another New Year's resolution I'd like to have is to probably get jacked. No, probably fitter. I want to get fitter. Because why not? What are your New Year's resolutions? Anyway, guys, that is all for today. I wanted to keep the first episode short and sweet so you wouldn't get bored or tired of me. And I also can't wait to edit this. Very excited. If you couldn't tell, this was very last minute planned. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if we want more episodes, if we like the podcast, or we just can't stand me speaking overall, because I can't understand that. I'm the one that has to edit this. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys, and peace out, home dog.